Hi, this is Stephanie Manley with Copycat.com. I'm going to show you how you can make crock-pot potatoes with cheese and bacon. So good, and a side dish you can make in a crock-pot. What could be better than that? So we're going to begin with potatoes. Now I'm using about 1.5 to 2 pounds. I'm using 2 kind of smallish onions there. About a cup of sliced onions is great. I'm using 4 cloves of garlic and, of course, bacon, about a 1/4 pound of bacon. I'm going to use 2 cups of cheese. You could use cheddar or Monterey Jack or just cheddar and butter. Wow, all the great Paula Deen ingredients. Now I'm going to line my crock pot with a little bit of foil. This will help keep everything from sticking and make cleanup a lot easier. You could spray your crock pot with a bit of foil. Now I've sliced these potatoes in half, and you can see I'm slicing them again in about a 1/4 of an inch slice. So go ahead and do this with all of your potatoes. Now I'm using a 6-quart crock pot. So if your crock pot's a little bit larger, you can use a little bit more potatoes. And I am going to slice my onions in rings, again about a 1/4 of an inch, 3/8 inch thick. Now we're going to go ahead and build our potatoes. Now I'm just going to lay down a layer of potatoes here. I'm going to try to do them in mostly 1 layer deep. Then I'm going to put on some of my garlic. Now I've sliced it kind of big because it's going to cook for a while, so it's going to end up being pretty mild. I love garlic. I think it goes great in most things, not everything. And now, after adding some onions, I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of salt and pepper just to give this a little bit of seasoning. Because I really think it's important to season while you're cooking and not just after. Because, you know what? Food doesn't taste as good if you didn't bother to salt it to me while I was cooking as it does later. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and finish up with the potatoes, onions, and garlic. And then we are going to add our bacon. Now, you can do a couple of things here. Now, I'm adding all of my bacon at once, and I'm just putting it on top. I like the way the grease kind of releases through the potatoes, and it tastes just great. You don't have to do this. Now you could go ahead and cook your bacon up and crisp it up a little bit beforehand, but you know what? I like things nice and easy, and it comes out really well cooked if you don't want to go ahead and do that step. Now I saw this recipe originally on Moms with Crockpot's website. Fabulous website about cooking with crockpots. And I made a couple adjustments to the recipe. Now I'm only adding about a cup of the cheese during the baking because I think that if you add the remaining 1 cup of cheese afterwards, that it's gonna melt and be a little nicer. Now, of course, we have to add the Paula Deen touch here. A couple tablespoons of butter just kind of dotted around. When the potatoes cook all together, the butter is gonna just melt and go everywhere, so it's gonna be fabulous. So the next thing that we're going to do is, well, we're finally going to start this crock pot. Now I'm going to go ahead and take a layer of foil and just put that on top to kind of help make a little steaming pocket in there to help the potatoes cook. And that's all we need to do. Gonna put my lid on my crock pot. Love this traveling crock pot. Finally one where the lid stays on. Now I'm going to bake this on high for about 6 hours. And well, we're done. The magic of video. And you can see this is just gorgeous. Everything is cooked through. The potatoes are wonderfully cooked. And I am adding a little bit of white cheddar cheese on top here. And I'm just going to let that melt. And I've got a couple of tablespoons of green onions that I'm adding just before serving. Now, how easy was that? Again, I did it on high. If you want to do this on low, you can do it for about 8 to 10 hours. But please rate, comment, and subscribe. And thank you for watching my video at Copycat Recipes.